Welcome into the first part in our Beyond the Barline series. In this one, we are going to use three-note groupings of sixteenths to create interesting phrases that don't resolve exactly on beat one. To get started, let's play sixteenths on the snare, accent every third note, starting on one and ending on the of four. That's the skeleton of the phrase we're going to be working with. So let's put that in context. Let's do a measure of your whatever favorite groove is, and then that phrase, and just repeat that cycle a few times. Now, the whole point of this article is to get away from landing directly on the one at the end of your fills. So instead of hitting one with the bass drum after those accents, play that last accent in the grouping of threes, which is on the of four. Play that with a crash in the bass drum. So it's going to be an anticipatory accent before beat one. Now let's put that in context, play measure your favorite beat, and then play that filled with the accent on the of beat four. All right, if you have that down, let's orchestrate those accents. So instead of playing everything on the snare, just play the accents on the toms, but still keep that crash on the of beat four. Another thing to try would be to play all of the accents as bass drum and crashes. Now mix it up. I'm going to do all of the right-hand accents on the toms, left-hand accents on the crash. Now just mix it up. Just pick and choose different orchestrations with the toms or the crashes. So here we go, same thing. Another phrase would be to extend your groupings of three so it goes past beat one and resolves on the and of one. So go back to the beginning, we'll play it just on the snare with the accents. Let's play that same phrase, but this time ending on the and of one with a bass drum and crash. All right, let's alternate that with a groove, and remember that the fill is going to extend into the measure of grooves. You have to compensate and just make sure you don't get lost. Make sure you count, take it slowly. Here we go. All right, let's orchestrate that one with the accents moving around to the toms and the cymbals. So now I'm going to just, at will or freely, creatively, just play different orchestrations of that pattern, making sure you don't get lost. Take it slowly, count. Here we go. You can also change up the sticking. So rather than alternating stickings, we're going to do a right, left, left. So their 3-note accents land naturally with the right hand. I want to go back to the first phrase, which ends on the of 4. I'll play that 4 times, and then I will shift into the second phrase, which ends on the and of beat 1. The right, left, left sticking is really nice once you get it flowing at higher tempos. Let me try it a little bit faster. That's a really fun one. And also, let's move on one last little variation here for this lesson. Instead of playing it with just the hands, we can do a bass drum and then right, left for our 3s. So slowly, just on the snare and bass drum, here's what that sounds like. Here's that phrase ending on the of 4 with the hands moving around. And lastly, do the same thing with the second phrase, which extends over to the and of 1.